asks what's happening to her, but Odd talks first and finally admits they'll lose the house soon. Liv stares at the big casket the clients bought and gets an idea. At that moment Rose comes by to mention that the bank called, so Odd tries to come up with a lie while Liv steals some gear. On her way out, Liv notices Judith overseeing a car crash in the streets. Sverre also passes by and reminds Liv she must go to his office later because they need to talk. At the same time Judith looks at the books that fell from the crashed van and discovers happy powder hidden in the covers. Liv returns to Reinert's house and cleans all the blood from the floor before putting the body in a bag. Reinert's phone keeps getting calls from Judith, so Liv unlocks it using his face. Pretending to be Reinert, she texts Judith saying he's sick and won't go to work today. A skeptical Judith goes to check on him anyway, and since nobody opens the door, she checks the garage and finds the car there. Liv uses the funeral gear to leave with the body before Judith can see her, and in her hurry she doesn't notice a bloodstain on the wall. Moments later Judith sees Liv crossing the bridge and asks about the package she's carrying, so Liv pretends it's just some stuff she's bringing from the family storage unit. When Liv makes it to the funeral house, she unwraps Reinert and notices the bite mark on his neck. She decides to cover his head with plastic and tape to avoid any leaking, then she pushes Reinert into the old lady's casket, hiding him under the sheets. When Odd hears a noise, he comes to check and Liv pretends she patted the casket up a little so it wouldn't look so empty, which Odd considers a good idea. Then Liv hugs Odd to keep him distracted and convinces him to put the lid on the casket so it can be sent to the crematory. Afterward Odd attends Martin's business class. When Maren starts asking questions to analyze the strengths and weaknesses of the funeral home, Odd snaps and yells that nobody dies here before storming out of the classroom. Meanwhile Liv goes to see Sverre, who takes a new blood sample. He asks Liv how she's feeling and reminds her he must respect confidentiality, so he offers an ear for her problems. However Liv says she's fine and leaves. That night Odd considers telling Rose about the debt, but he keeps it to himself when Rose drops big news: she's pregnant. Odd is delighted, but when Liv hears this from behind the door, she feels she shouldn't bother the couple with her issues and retires to her room. She